Please welcome to the stage the hosts of Nerddom's End of the Year Gaming Awards, trademark included, Matt, aka Nerddom. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Oh my god, what a fantastic reception. Wow. Are you all ready to check out some new games? I know that guy's ready. Well, since E3 doesn't exist anymore, there has been a huge amount of shows that are taking its place, including Future Games Showcase, PC Games Showcase, and of course, Summer Games Fest, put on by our best friend Jeff Keighley. These all show us some of the newest and greatest indie titles that may not have had the spotlight anywhere else. Most show a trailer trying to pique your interest, with many having a demo available, but you don't really get a show talking about what they played, what that demo was, and how they enjoyed it, just like back in the day at E3. Well, that's what we are going to do here. I have collected all the demos I could that was featured on many of these shows, playing them and rating them on their quality of a demo, gameplay, presentation, control, and everything else in between. So welcome everyone to Nerddom's Developers Demos Showcase for summer 2025. We're still working on the name, but let's just call it ND3. So, without further ado, here is our first demo. Cairn was not my cup of tea. I tried. I really tried to play the game. I tried to be patient, but the game is brutal. The game is brutal. You have to have patience. You have to have, you gotta have a little bit of patience, man. You gotta learn the mechanics really well. It's supposed to be, I feel like it's supposed to be a peaceful game. It's supposed to be a game that you just chill out to. You know, take one step at a time, that type of thing. And maybe I wasn't right in the right mind space. Maybe I am not the right gamer for it. But man, I could not play it. It's cool though. It's cool. There's a bunch of fascinating inventory pieces that you can use to help your way up the mountain. You really got to plan out your route and think about what's beneath you as well, because if you slip and fall, you could possibly end up at the bottom of the mountain and have to start over, like I did. Once that happened, I kind of gave up, but I appreciate what they're doing. The graphics look beautiful. The controls made sense. It made sense. And it is a little bit forgiving. You know, I think I was playing on a certain difficulty that wasn't too bad, and it was forgiving. It was like I could grab onto some place, and yes, your muscles can give out after holding on to an awkward rock position for a long time, but for the most part, it was fairly forgiving. Mechanics were easy to understand as well. I understood why I failed. I understood why I was able to make it up certain mountainside faces, and again, the graphics look great, so yeah, I give this one, I'm rating these games based off of my opinion, if I would play them or not. This game is not my cup of tea, and it's 3 Jeff Keighley's out of 5.
What are we talking about?
Next is Cat-Astrophy. Man, I really wanted to like this one. I really did. I wanted to like it so bad, but gosh, I don't know how to do anything. I just can't. Or Catant. See, we're playing with cat puns now, see? But it's a 2D platformer roguelite. I don't know which one it is, to be honest, but it's a roguelite. So you die, you go back, and you move a cursor around as well as the cat with your left stick, and it's like a platformer. It's a platformer or, you know, a Metroidvania, that kind of thing. And the mechanics I didn't really dig. I don't know if I didn't understand them. I played them fairly late in the night, so could be my bad, but I really wanted to like it. The graphics were cool, retro, old school looking stuff, and I just couldn't do it, man. I was getting so frustrated, or fuzz-strated. I'm gonna try to keep cat puns going for this whole thing. But yeah, I liked the universe. I liked what they were doing. I just couldn't. Cat-Astrophy is getting 2 Jeff Keighley's out of 5.
Vanish soon, as it must. Prove you wrong. I won't let it end here. All right, let's go. Cat-Astrophy. Good man. All right. I think we're good. Sweet.
Constance.
Love me
I
some
really
VR
liked
games.
Constance though. Constance reminded me of the old UB art games, so like
I like this better than,
Valiant Hearts. I
Cat-Astrophy,
love
unfortunately.
Valiant Hearts. It was such a beautiful game.
This is beautiful.
I loved Rayman Legends, that kind of thing. So this game reminded me of that, and Celeste. It reminded me a lot of Celeste,
Nice,
and
I
I
can
love
shoot
Celeste.
upwards, hit
Celeste is awesome, 2D platformer, brutal game, but it talks about almost the same things, mental illness and a fascinating and artistic way. This is literally art on art, and the graphics are fantastic. The controls made sense when I failed. I knew why I failed. The action was pretty cool as well. You being able to use the paintbrush and the ink as your power, and then you can see like when you use all of your power, you can see it manifest on the screen when you lose all your color and you just have black hair again. Really, really cool, man. Really, really cool. I liked it a lot. So Constance for me, if when it comes out, that's gonna get a 5 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. That's a fun game. That's a good game. You should definitely give that one a shot.
Missing something. Shoot. Not bad.
Ferocious.
Yeah.
Ferocious is a one-man team. I think he has a couple of buddies helping him out, but I tried to like this one as well. It's a mixture almost of Far Cry and The Forest, with the crafting and that kind of thing. And I was almost worried that it was going to be a copy of The Forest, and then like Ark Survival Evolved with the dinosaurs, with that kind of thing. And it takes a little bit from that, but then it kind of pulls a single player go through the adventure experience. I guess almost like Turok as well, because you do fight against mercenaries. You fight against mercenaries, and then you do face dinosaurs as well, and bugs and ants and other things like that on this truly Jurassic, you can't say Jurassic Park, Jurassic Island. But yeah, it reminded me of all those titles. The mechanics though, it made me think that you shouldn't be using guns so often. You should be doing stealth with a spear or something like that, because the guns were very, very difficult to control. So they were like all over the place, and I play first-person shooters. I can control some guns, but this recoil was insane. Absolutely insane. I think it really wants you to do melee, sneaking, that kind of thing, while attacking the mercenary base or sneaking through the levels, that kind of thing. But hey, for one person, it's not too bad, and congratulations. I hope it does well. But for me, Ferocious, even if it being a first-person shooter and all that stuff, it's gonna get a 3 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. Sad to say.
No one deserves this!
Did they see me? Oh shit.
Formula Legends. Formula Legends is kind of a funny thing. I thought it was going to be a kart racer. I thought it was going to be super arcadey, but then it turns out that it's closer to a sim. So it's got the aesthetics of a kart racer, third person, really far out camera, over exaggerated car models, that kind of thing. But then it actually has Forza-like mechanics where you have to go slow around turns. You really got to be like a Formula 1 racer. It also has really light RPG elements with refueling of fuel, refilling of other things, and then changing tires. What kind of tires did you want at the beginning of the race? Hard or soft, that kind of thing. So soft may give you better grip, but then they wear out easier, versus hard, less grip, but they last longer, that kind of thing. And it was cool. It was cool. Just not my bag. If you're a Formula fan, all this may be super awesome to you, but to me, again, not my cup of tea. Maybe if it was a kart racer like Sonic Legends or whatever it's called, I'd like it a little bit more goofy. But for me, yeah, this was, I mean, it did it well. In between a 3 and a 4. I'll give it a 4. Jeff Keighley's out of 5. Could be a fun little racer for you if you're interested. Hark the Ghoul. Hark the Ghoul kind of confused me. It's a Harken. Harken. Is that what it is called? It is Hark. Isn't it Hark? It is Hark. It harkens back. It harkens back to N64 era first-person shooter kind of aesthetics with like, it says that it's like Hollow Knight mixed with Dark Souls, but I don't know if it's just them trying to, you know, keyword max their description, but to me, it felt more like an N64 first-person shooter. Let's say South Park reminded me of the most, but it's not goofy. It's more so serious. It's a dark and dreary world. You're a bug and everybody else is a bug, different types of bugs. You start off in this like cave where you're born basically, and you encounter different types of bugs, and you have a sword and then you have a pistol. So it's almost like mixing steampunk with bugs. And you go into a city then that's dark and dreary, and you meet like priests or other people with flintlock pistols, that kind of thing. I mean, it's cool. The slashing, the hack and slashing and the shooting was not awesome thing ever. It's very basic melee combat. Again, think of those eras of games, the PS1 and 64 era of games. That's what you're gonna get with this. It's definitely a retro-like title. If you're interested in that kind of thing, I forgot there was another PC game that came out like it. I think it was like Gloom something. I'll try to remember what it is. It reminded me of that a lot. 3D, first person, you know, action, that kind of thing. And then you can upgrade a tree throughout, so it's a little bit of RPG element right there, but nothing too fancy. There's also magic, but I didn't get to it. So Hark the Ghoul, if you're interested in that kind of thing, go for it. Hark the Ghoul for me gets 3 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. I'm brutal on these ratings, huh? Hell is Us. This game freaking ruled, man. Oh my god. When I first fired up the game, I thought it was gonna be like a third-person Resident Evil type thing. The mood was dreary and dark and talking about war and people being left behind, that kind of thing. I'm like, dang, this is pretty intense. What are we gonna do? I didn't read up on it. I didn't watch anything on it. I just went in and I was treated to the biggest surprise of probably this entire video. Hell is Us is talking about war, talking about all these brutal things that happen in the real world in this fake world, but it's very close to our own.
Why is this happening? Camille. Oh, my baby. Anna, my baby girl.
And then all of a sudden there's like magical elements. And then this lady shows up with a drone and a magical sword, and then all of a sudden she dies, and then we pick up the sword and then we're powerful. So story-wise, not the best thing ever, but man, when you get into the action, it feels freaking great. I love this game. I cannot wait for it to be released. It was really, really good. You have different weapons. I liked the fast-paced axes, and I was able to do like some crazy combos and parrying with it, and then superpowers with it. Really, really cool. And then you use the drone for different abilities. He has a flashlight, but then he also is able to distract enemies. So very, very, very cool game. It looked great as well. I almost thought, I'm like, is this RE Engine? What are they using? So very, very good game. Big props to the developers for that. Hell is Us. That is getting 5 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. That's great. Such a great game. Herdling. Herdling was another surprise for me. At first, I was like, oh god, another indie game, like whatever, I don't care. But then I started getting into it and understanding the mechanics. You start off in a city and you have to meet different types of animals that are kind of like mysterious, you know, spiritual animals almost with these almost like abilities, each of them, and you befriend them and you name them like a Tamagotchi. But then you start taking them around the city and you're able to solve puzzles. So you can leave your herd in different places and then you can go solve the puzzle, open a gate, that kind of thing. So it's a puzzle 3D game, but it's different. You have to herd them. So it's not like Pikmin where they follow you. It's more so you have to direct them from behind and kind of like get them back into gear. You know, if they start branching out, you can kind of just nudge them back in, that kind of thing. And I liked it a lot, man. I liked it a lot. It was cool. It was beautiful too. The graphics, you were able to determine who is charged up by the color of pelt that they have. And it was freaking awesome, dude. It was freaking awesome. I had such a good time with it. And, you know, the whole goal of the game is to get into the wilderness, to get into the mountains, bring the herd back to the mountains. So it's almost like a peaceful couch game. And I think Herdling, you're getting 5 out of 5 out of for me. 5 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. I liked it a lot. Hirogami. By the way, the Hell Is Us and the Herdling demos were really good. They were like 40 minutes long each. Hirogami was the complete opposite. Hirogami was 15 minutes, maybe 2 worlds, but what it lacked in the amount of time that I was able to play the demo, it really did show me what it's going to be. It's a 3D platformer, and it goes back to, let's say, PS2 days, but with really, really good graphics. To me, it's maybe like a Mario game, Mario 3D World, that kind of thing. And then your abilities. So you have a fan, which is a piece of paper, and you're able to fold yourself into different things, into different shapes. For instance, you can flatten yourself out to a normal piece of paper and then catch the breeze and then fly around. Or you can fold yourself into an animal that you defeated, like an armadillo, and then bash things with it or speed and go faster. And then your normal form has a fan attack, which is able to take out enemies and different abilities itself. I dug the game a lot. I think it's a beautiful game. The controls worked really, really well, and everything kind of just made sense. And it was a cool game. It was, 3D platformer mixed with action. Made sense. I just wish it was longer. I guess that's the whole point of a demo, is to get you to play the actual game. So with this one, Hirogami, you're getting 5 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. Man, we're handing out 5s out of 5s like easy. Well, let's see what happens next. Holstin, I wanted to like a lot. It starts itself almost like a retro 2D horror game, but then you're able to rotate the camera and you notice that actually the world is built out into 3D. So if you're not able to see a pathway first, you can rotate the camera and it may reveal itself and you can sneak through. Also, when you're in the action phases, it actually goes into an over-the-shoulder camera view where it's almost like Resident Evil or Gears of War third-person shooter. So it's kind of crazy to think that this is like a 2D retro game, but then all of a sudden you get into more modern 3D shooter. It does remind me of an old school point and click adventure. So you get to this to unlock this, you get to this to unlock this. So if you like that, if you like survival horror, this is your bag. It was really, really good. The only problem is I got stuck. And I don't like looking up things, so I had to cut it off right there. I had a good time though, and I enjoyed the world that they built. The game looks great, and the controls work well except for the shooting. I couldn't for the life of me get shooting down on my controller. That may be a me problem. If you play shooter games on a controller all the time, then it's probably not a problem for you, but for me, it was somewhat of an issue. But Holstin is getting 4 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. Mio, Memories in Orbit. Mio is an interesting game. It is a rogue-like where you play as this little person thing. I don't know. It's a beautiful game. It looks great. It controls really well. It's a 2D roguelike again. Well, if you die, you get back to the checkpoint, that kind of thing. and then you earn stuff that's permanent. So roguelike, I believe. The game just made a lot of sense, and it was beautiful to look at, and I liked it. It just didn't captivate me as much as I wanted it to. I liked it a lot though. I played it for about 30 minutes, so a good long demo, and it was beautiful. It was cool. I can imagine playing this game as well. If the enemies, the enemies are a little brutal. There's one that's like a really big axe and he chops down. It's pretty brutal, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Not much really to say about this one, but it was good. Good quality game. Mio, you're getting 4 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. Phase Zero. This was another surprise game for me, man. I enjoyed the hell out of Phase Zero. This was so cool to go back into the mid-90s, old school Resident Evil, that type of thing, and play a game like that again. Tank mechanics, static backgrounds, freaky as hell, and the abilities that you have with the tank mechanics really does add to the survival aspect of it. You're not an action hero. You are vulnerable. And I like that a lot, and I cannot wait for Phase Zero to come out so I can play it in Scary Season. And the PS1 graphics were phenomenal. It looks beautiful. If you love retro survival horror games, Silent Hill, Resident Evil, definitely check out Phase Zero. And this one's getting 5 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. Awesome, awesome title.
Damn it.
Prison of Husks. Oh man, I'm terrible at Soulsborne games. I am terrible at them. This is a Soulsborne game for the PS1 era. It is PS1 graphics. It is brutal as all hell. And you Soulsborne people, if you are interested in something that's brutal, PS1 retro 4:3 aspect ratio, go for this game because you're gonna have a hell of a time. I couldn't really get the mechanics down. I could have also been tired playing it on stream, but man, it was cool. Once you started figuring it out, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it, man. Oh man. Call me a wimp, call me whatever you want, but yeah, it just wasn't for me. And this one, Prison of Husks, it's a cool world. You gotta find out everything for yourself. It's a cool world, but to me, man, I just couldn't do it. 3 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. I'm sure a Souls fan would love it, but I just couldn't do it.
Jesus. Do I heal? Why? Jesus. They think they're going.
Splitgate 2. Technically, this wasn't featured in anything except for Summer Games Fest, where he came out with Make FPS Great Again hat. So I decided to give it a shot and to give it a little bit of a time here. And I played the Battle Royale portion. And it's funny to see that they copied every single company out there with Halo gunplay, with Apex Legends dropping and looting, with Call of Duty other portions as well. Like, they kind of just took everything from other shooters and then put them in a pot and then mixed them all up. So no harm, no foul. I was having a bunch of glitches on my game. I don't know if it was my computer updated or some settings that needed to be tweaked. Most likely, I have seen it running just fine on streamers, but I just couldn't get it to go, really. So I had a good time with it. We won one, and then we got decimated in the next game, so I don't know if we won against bots or what. I don't know if there are bots, but it's a very small amount of teams on this map of multiple maps, and they're very small maps too, so it's almost like mixing arena with Battle Royale. And that part was cool, you know, more intimate of fighting versus, you know, big, huge scale, Call of Duty, PUBG, that kind of thing. And if you're gonna dig it, I think you should go for it. I'm not sure how long it's gonna last, but It was a fun time, and I can see the movement, the crazy movement that you can do in this game. I couldn't figure it out for the life of me, but the portals too, you're able to sneak up behind people and portal in and shoot them from behind. It opens up a lot of possibilities. Oh yeah, so it's Portals too. Portals, Apex, Call of Duty, Halo, all in one. So hey, if that sounds like your cup of tea, Splitgate gets a 4 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. I don't know why it wasn't running on my machine very well, but that was basically it. That and then just copy it, I guess. I don't know. Wildgate. Wildgate is pretty freaking cool, man. To me, it mixes Overwatch with like Heroes mixed with Sea of Thieves. You're on a ship, so you're on a spaceship instead of a pirate ship. And the whole goal is you spawn into a huge map in space with 4 other teams, and you're looking to loot, to put installations on your ship to make it more powerful, to get better guns, better equipment, that kind of thing. That way, when you go head to head, you can fight them off a little bit better than other teams. And you do that by jumping out of your ship and going into a little dungeon. So you kill little PvE elements, and then you get the loot. And then you come back and you can loot up, upgrade your ship. Now watch out though, because the other team may just come in right off the bat and start attacking your ship. So it's kind of cool in that aspect. Teamwork is number one. I think playing this game with some Discord group or some friends would be fantastic. There's gonna be another one on this list that's just like that, but I think that's really, really fun, really cool time. And the whole goal is to get this artifact and to make it out. So it's either that or be the last on the map. So it's almost like Battle Royale in that instance as well. Pretty freaking cool game. It's a bunch of ex-Blizzard developers, and you can totally tell from the art style. It's cartoony, but cartoony enough to last forever. Like Sea of Thieves has been around for what, 12 years now? Jeez, maybe 10. I don't remember. But it's timeless. You know, it's timeless versus if you give it like a super up-to-date art style, it's gonna be timed out by a couple years. So, man, I liked Wildgate a lot. That's getting 5 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. Played it for a long time too.
You think we can feel it? Warning. Oxygen destabilized.
Weapons hot. Time to dance.
Jumpship. Jumpship was a crazy title as well. It reminded me of Wildgate a little bit because it's 4 players go into a ship, but what you do is you go on missions. You go on these missions, and on the mission you have to get to the end point, and then there's different routes that you can take. And on those different routes there's like little path missions that you have to go on to get to the final part. And with that, you have to choose your stuff wisely. You have to choose your path wisely. It's going to give you certain upgrades or certain baddies. It could be very difficult, the mission that you're going on. So with that, it's first person. It reminded me of Destiny a lot. You go into a dungeon, you know, and then you have to kill a bunch of enemies, and then you get the loot or the goal or the mission, that kind of thing. And then I don't know if this is a bunch of ex-Bungie devs, but it just reminded me of a bunch of Bungie. The ship battles was really cool too. I imagine jumping in and piloting the ship with my friends in turrets and like shooting off all the PvE baddies. It's a pretty cool experience. It's pretty in-depth as well. You loot a bunch of things, you demolish them in your ship, and you can upgrade your ship as well. I can imagine playing this game for a long time and getting lost in it. So Jumpship was really, really good. It looked beautiful too. It's a very beautiful game. So yeah, Jumpship, man, I really liked it. It was a great game. I can see myself getting lost in it for hours. It's getting 5 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. If you like what you see so far, be sure to check out our live streams every Sunday, Wednesday, and sometimes Friday. Wednesday is the Pull List, where we talk pop culture, comic books, everything else nerdy in between. And then Sunday is the Pixel Space, where we play some of the newest games, or just some games that I want to play. And if you liked the video so far, be sure to subscribe. Also, feel free to smash the like button. It really does help out the channel get pushed out to new people. I would really appreciate it. Next is a bonus round. These are actually games that I just played today. I didn't know about them. Dead as Disco. Dead as Disco I can see being freaking awesome. It reminded me of Sisu, I thought, or Sisu. What's that game called? I don't think it's Sisu. Sisu's the game, the movie. But it reminded me of that. And it also reminded me a lot of Batman Arkham Asylum. It really does have the fighting mechanics of that, with Y being the parry, B being like a super knockout move, and then X being the basic attack. But where this is different is your hits go along with the music that's being played. So for instance, they played a cover of Maniac, which to me, by the way, sounds a little bit too close to Carpenter Brute's version of Maniac. I played another song as well that's a lot slower, and it tells you actually the beats per minute that is on that song. So it tells you, you know, what kind of pace you're gonna be fighting at. And it was a blast. I had a great time with it. The graphics look amazing. The controls made sense. The dodging, the parrying made a lot of sense as well. If you've played Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, all those games, you're gonna fit right in. It feels just like at home. And it has just a style. It oozes style, man. The music that goes along with it and the fights that go along with it, it really does just enthrall you. It's awesome. I give Dance... Fuck, I keep saying Dance as Disco. Dead as Disco 5 Jeff Keighley's out of 5.
And prove your worth.
Morbid Metal. Morbid Metal was another game that I played today, and it was awesome. It's a rogue-like 3D action game. Kind of reminds me of, let's say, Metal Gear Rising, so some of the Platinum games. But again, it's roguelike, so you die, you then start over at the iteration. The other game that it is like, what's that PlayStation game? I forgot what it's called. But it's like that. It's a 3D action roguelike. But then there's multiple characters that you can switch up as. So mid-fight, you can actually switch from, in the demo at least, a very fast sword fighter, which I loved. I think the moveset was fantastic. Really, really powerful. To a slower, methodical fighter with a really big hat and a really big cleaver. So that one was really powerful, you know what I mean, versus light and fast. I personally like characters that are light and fast. I just like being agile. Maybe it's because I'm a big guy, but I like that character that was in there. So this game looked fantastic. It played really well, and it was fun. I had a good time with it, learning the mechanics, learning how to beat people in a certain way. And you get graded after every engagement, and after the engagement, you also get to pick an ability that sticks with you until you die again. You can also, in the real version, unlock full abilities just like every other roguelike in history. But it was cool, man. Morbid Metal gets 5 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. Looked beautiful. Looked beautiful. The last one I played, man, is Metal Eden. This one I've actually been looking forward to for quite some time, and it didn't let me down. A first-person shooter, almost like a boomer shooter. It mixed elements of Doom with Ghost Runner. It had the aesthetics of Ghost Runners, you know, cyberpunk, that kind of world, corporations. Like, oh man, I love cyberpunk. New cyberpunk video coming out soon, I bet. But it was agile, it was quick, and it was shooting. So instead of Ghost Runner, which was melee combat, it's shooting, which is closer to, I'd say, Doom 2016 versus Doom Eternal is more like jumping and stuff. This game was fantastic. I thought it was wonderful. I think if you have a more powerful computer than me, it's gonna look amazing. My computer was a little bit low on the graphics settings to have it play, but I got really, really far. I thought the demo was over, and then you go into the first level, and I was truly enthralled. It was a really, really well done demo, really well done game. I could see myself trying to play through this game, no problem at all. The game did crash though. It had a fatal error and it did crash. I'm not knocking it down for that though. I want to play this game. Metal Eden gets 5 Jeff Keighley's out of 5. And there's one game that I didn't get to play, is Abyssius. I didn't get to play that one. So if you've played Abyssius, let me know down in the comments your thoughts of it. But that is it. That is all the demos that I played really, really good year for demos, really good year for gaming. You know, everyone who is like, oh, there's no games coming out. Bullshit. There are so many games coming out, especially on PC. You are eating really, really good these days. Also on Xbox, but if you're on PlayStation, I have no idea what you're playing. Madden? But that is it for this video. If you liked the video, once again, be sure to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button. It really does help out the channel, get pushed out to new people. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a lot of fun to play these games, and it took a lot of time to get this video done, so apologies on that. But yeah, thanks for checking out the video, and until next time, have a great day, and we'll see you then. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.